No! No! No!
Hello guys, and welcome to part 12 of my playthrough of Bloodborne at 60 FPS. So in this episode I will attempt to take on the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst and also explore Upper Cathedral Ward. So on returning to Odin Chapel here, we see that there are two NPCs missing. And we see the two NPCs that are missing are Adella and the old lady. So if we go outside the chapel here to the left, we will in fact see Adella wandering around. At this point she's gone insane and she's wielding a knife. So here she will attempt to kill you by stabbing you to death. However, you're not really in any real danger of her killing you because when she does stab you, it hardly does any damage. So you could stand there for probably about 10-20 minutes before she'd actually kill you. Given that she poses very little threat to us, I just leave her alone here. So on running up the steps to the cathedral itself, the hunter will encounter Eileen, who's now in a bad way. She's lying on the floor. She's basically bleeding out, and she pleads with you here not to go ahead and to turn back. And as we will soon find out, she says that with very good reason.
I've taken blood, enough to save an old woman. What a fool I am, but that thing still lies in wait. Turn back. This is my score to settle. I pray, lie, turn back. This is my score to settle.
And here we now will encounter the Bloody Crow of Cainhurst, who of course is in the photo I put up at the start of the episode. And this is without a doubt one of the most difficult fights in the game, because this guy has a lot of HP and he hits very hard with his attacks. And of course he has a repeater pistol and also a katana called the Chikage. And the Chikage has a transform mode where it will deal extra blood damage. In the two-handed mode it will also cause the player's HP to kind of slowly decrease. However, there is simply no way of getting around the fact that this is a really difficult fight. There are a couple of cheeses to get through it, but other than that, this is really quite a brutal fight. And he's easily harder than most of the bosses in the main game. So I have added in quite a few attempts that I had against him, and I had one or two close attempts, but other than that, he basically just totally destroyed me. Either with the repeater pistol, which does ridiculous damage, or he visceral attacked me as well.
This is a bummer, man. That's a bummer.
So as I failed to take him on in fair combat, I later on decided to do the cheese strategy against him, but I will cover that in another episode.
Come back tomorrow.
So now we go on to the Upper Cathedral Ward area. I do actually use the lift to drop off onto a platform where I can pick up another rune, which is one of the Odin runes, which maximises the amount of bullets I think you can hold. It's also one of the rare runes, or I think one of the high level runes, so So with the Upper Ward key that we picked up earlier, we can now access the Upper Cathedral Ward area itself. So this area can be quite tricky. There are some tough enemies in here. Particularly the church doctors can do a lot of damage with their canes, and there is one that also uses a scythe which does some really brutal damage, who can one or two shot you, depending on your HP. This area also has crows, as well as some small snail-like celestial aliens. They can be easily killed though with thrust attacks. Inside you will also find some werewolves here, so they are pretty dangerous, and they have a rather nasty grab attack as well, where they can bite you, and basically after a while you can push them off. However, as they are beasts, they can be killed more efficiently with the use of fire. This area, however, has one of the most annoying enemies in the entire game, and that is the Brainsuckers, who are a complete pain to deal with because they have an extremely annoying habit of being able to grab you and suck out your brains. So when they grab you and they perform the brain suck, so to speak, they can drain 2 of your insight at a time. They're not overly difficult to kill, but they are definitely tricky to deal with. And you can kill them more efficiently with bolt paper, or you can use thrust attacks as well. And as I go into this very bright room here, and I have to say I'm not too sure why they made it so bright, but as we go in here we will be able to get a new gesture, and it is the make contact gesture. And this gesture will later allow us to get one of the best runes in the game, but obviously I'll need to cover that in a much later episode. So for now we can just kill the final Brainsucker, who will drop the Orphanage Key, which we can use to open the front entrance of the building. So that's it for this one, guys. In the next episode, I will cover the Celestial Emissary boss fight, and I will explore the Nightmare Frontier. So that's it for now, and I will see you soon.